My interest in the Skyrim prequels comes from the communities that still show love for these ancient games. Daggerfall's unnecessarily large map makes me want to give it a chance, while a Morrowind video of somebody using their high acrobatic skills to parkour around town intrigued me. What really sold me was the screenshot of this Arctic region where polar bear walruses lounge. For primal reasons beyond explanation, I couldn't resist not being there. I came into this world thinking I would actually play the game, grind to the top of my selected skills and become a natural god. Began by finding the one-man plane crash, walked into a cave door, got laid out, and realized my minutes of progress didn't save. I tried again as a dark elf named King Castle. Starting out barely able to take on maggots. Anyone my height posed a serious threat. That's when console commands took over. Warned of the dangers of speed and acrobatics, I still maxed out. The only thing I did in a legitimate manner was sidestep my way through the sky to increase my athletic skill. I refuse to juice those numbers. As far as the other console commandments go, God mode obviously made me invincible. No collision turns the world into water and makes every inhabitant an Olympic swimmer. With this, dungeons and other interiors become 3D house tours, allowing you to bob and weave out of any room you want. Pair that with off-the-charts hand-to-hand skills and you'll be the most overpowered action movie star ever. All of that made me ready for the final boss. I chose to enter through Ghost Gate in the proper ghostly fashion. In the gated community, I punched an ashy airborne slave, rode a cliff racer like a penny pony ride, and caused the extinction of the great hunchback squid. I then greeted Dagoth Yor as a level 1, and he had the cloth-covered balls to tell me I wasn't ready. Maybe he always says this. What do I know? I'm a level 1. The 2-piece ass whooping I gave him said otherwise. I had to teach this old man another lesson, which involved me beating him faster than his dialogue could handle.
How could you be so naive? There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. Come, lay down your weapons. It is not too late for my mercy.
Once the one-sided showdown was finished, I saw a large throbbing heart center stage. I surmised I had to fist that too. The last task at hand was to float into the lava and bear witness to the rectangle steam engines that keep this whole continent running. After single-handedly beating the game, I was now stricken with donut vision, too blind to focus on quest, yet ready to explore the peripheral world. I traveled to that winter wonderland I saw in the photograph. The white mammals were more nimble than I could ever imagine. Also, I perceived that plague bears and plague wolves are mates for life, although they're willing to spread their diseases to anybody. During my fieldwork, a hot berserker Baywatched his way into the scene at a more intimidating altitude than mine. Even with the higher ground, he didn't bother to attack me from his infinite balcony. He did, however, lay down for me and claim,
"Now this is fighting."
Must be a fan of pro wrestling. I too love ridiculous shit, causing me to step into the arena with multiple Dagoth Yors, and they all had something to say.
What a fool. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand intoxicating this.
You could say anything with layered audio and it'll make me laugh, culminating in the repeating of the same speech times 2.
How could you be so naive? No recall.
In the arena, the so-called gods struggle to scale the slope that contained them. A chosen one did get loose by using the others as a trampoline. Me being a merciless unarmed guard, I struck down the escape. Continuing my study on NPCs, I noticed that when you pause with all these simultaneous noises going on, I'd have to describe it as if you had to explain to someone what Star Wars sounded like. Observing the specimen's behavior showed that the god's only concern was sucking me, while the guards and the frog orc with a nipple ring wanted to fight each other. The most interesting group was the dinosaurs, since they formed a headbutting merry-go-round. Knocking out that there wild thing reveals he'll start muttering really fast trash talk. Lastly, people on my stream directed me to the Todd Howard chamber, a place where Todd can test out all of his lies.
Surrender now and I might let you live.
Embrace your demise!
Fight! This is the end of you, Swit! You make this too easy. You Enwa! You will die. Let's get this over with quickly.